So what it do to everybody, you feel me? So I know my fans gonna post this on YouTube, you feel me? I just got married to the most beautifulest girl in the world. You know, Sharon, she plays on BMF. Um, she plays on she used to play on Empire. I mean, she played in a lot of stuff, movies and stuff like that. We were actually doing a movie together before my accident. If y'all don't know, I got into a real bad car accident where a truck like ran me off the road, basically, and a car like got in front of me, so I couldn't move, and it was basically somebody trying to kill me. But they wasn't successful. New album is coming out. The first single off my album is coming out this morning or in the morning. When you see the light outside, not when it's dark. But I really like to say my love life and career is in the parallel universe. So I'm in a wheelchair, obviously, for like 7 months, maybe 7 to 8 months. It's gonna be a little while before I get back and start filming again. But I mean, I think it's a good time for me to enjoy my success. But yeah, I'm married to Sharon. I'm still married to Jenna Ortega. That is still my wife and always will be. We have a family together. Sharon just found out she's like almost 3 weeks pregnant, so I pretty much knocked her ass up in a wheelchair. So that yeah, her pussy is really good. I can't even lie, it's really good. I can't get enough of having sex with her. I mean, like, oh, it feels so good. But anyway, my album is called Wheelchair Pussy. Obviously, you know why it's called that. But first single is called Wheelchair Pussy. Anyway, so I thought I would use my powers and do a series about The Last of Us. You know, it's gonna be told through my eyes. It's not gonna be told through the video game and stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I never played the fucking video game. I never played the video game Last of Us. I don't really like shooting games and stuff like that, like Call of Duty and stuff. I'm not a fan of that. Like I don't sit there and play shit like that. I play like games like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, shit like that. I'll play games like that, but games where you gotta run around and shoot people and hide and all that stuff, I ain't really with all that shit. But I use my powers to go into this type of world, The Last of Us, just because of the girl that's with Jewel. That's with the guy Jewel. I'm gonna call him Joe, as a nickname because I like nicknames. But the girl Bella plays Ellie. So yeah, because I wanted to have a relationship with Ellie. So I'm like, I'm gonna go in this world and see if I can actually date this girl. But anyway, let's get into this episode. Now, so it's gonna be told from my eyes. Everything is gonna be told from my eyes, from my point of view. So don't be thinking you're looking for the video game version. People, this is not like the game. I never said it was going to be like the game. Anyway, so I remember, and my name is going to stay David in this series. It's not going to change. I got my wife with me, Sharon, and she's kind of like laying on my chest as I'm telling y'all this story. Well, this first episode. We see how it goes. But and plus, I just, I feel like I want to kind of keep my relationships quiet for a little while. It's a lot of private shit going on. There's a lot of, it's good stuff happening, but, I'm just not ready to tell everybody right now. So let's get into this episode. So I remember, you know, I'm by myself and I'm with this, like, scientist guy. And he's like, man, I don't think I got a cure for this. I don't even know how this even occurred, David. Like this damn disease that's here. Like I don't even know how this shit happened. I mean, do you? I'm like, wait, are you seriously asking me how the fuck this shit happened? Like, I don't know, man. All I know is that I lost my mom. I lost my whole damn family to this shit. I'm by my damn self. Look, I'm lucky that I made it this damn far. So he like, look, all I'm saying to you is that there's no way that I can find a cure. The only way you can find a cure for something like this is if you know how it occurred. No one knows how this shit emerged. I'm like, so what are you saying? So he's like, man, I'm saying that it could have got into some food or something and everybody probably ate the shit. I mean, it could have happened millions of fucking ways. All I'm saying is that no one knows. So all I remember was I'm like, look, so you really can't find a career. He's like, man, I've been looking at this shit for months, David. You're 14 years old, so you got a lot to live for. I taught you how to shoot. I taught you how to basically take care of yourself if one of them fucking things run up on you. You could just blow his fucking brains out. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? So he's like, look, you want to know why I've been trying to find a cure for this? I'm like, yeah, well, why you been looking so damn hard? So he's like, look, man, the last time we were out, I got bitten by one of those things. I'm like, well, what the fuck you mean? So he's like, look, I'll show you. I'm like, so you gonna turn into one of them things? So he's like, well, not exactly. Look, I got a little antidote where I can stay somewhat normal, so I won't change into the thing for maybe even another year or two. I'm like, what do you mean another fucking year or two? He's like, look, man, I only got 2 years to live. The antidote that I took for myself, it only gives me 2 years to live. It's an expansion date. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it expires in 2 years, David. That's what I'm letting you know, buddy. Look, I trained you so you can be able to handle yourself when I'm not fucking here. Like, I ain't your damn daddy. I know you're looking for one, but I ain't your damn daddy. I'm like, look, I'm not looking for a damn daddy or nobody. Look, man, you just became my friend. Like, who the fuck am I gonna have now? He's like, man, you just gonna have to figure it out. Look at all this stuff. Got a nice little lab here, nice house. You got clothes and shower and stuff. I'm like, but what if them things start showing the fuck up? So he like, then you use the guns that I got hitting around here. You think I taught you how to shoot for nothing? Look, man, all I'm telling you is that you're gonna have to learn to fend for your damn self. Cause I ain't gonna be here in 2 years. I mean, you got some time to hang out with me and stuff, but that's why I've been trying to find an antidote. I'm like, okay. So I guess all this shit makes sense. So he's like, yeah, I guess it does. So I'm like, I wish you would have fucking told me. He's like, look, man, you think I'm gonna just leap over the fucking damn thing and bite you? I could have been did that shit by not taking the antidote that I took. I could have just let it just take its course. I'm like, okay. All right, so you telling me that when we were out there, you got bitten. He's like, yo, that's what I literally said. I'm like, all right, this is bullshit. So I remember I go out there, I go outside to, gather my thoughts and shit, while he's still in there trying to get the fucking antidote. Now he didn't reveal to me that now he has the virus, but the virus is not going to spread through his damn body until 2 years. So he has 2 whole years to live before that shit starts spreading through his damn body. So that's not good news for me. Now that's not promising news for me. So now I'm just in a state of mind where I'm like, okay, basically I'm on my own even though his ass still here. So I remember I'm sitting there thinking, I'm outside thinking, and the girl ailly and the girl ailly and the guy Joe shows up, but everybody know him from Jewel, whatever you call that nigga in the game. I'm calling him Joe. So Joe and ailly shows up, and they kind of like banging on the gate or whatever, and I'm like, who the fuck are y'all? So she like, well, I'm ailly and this is Joe. Look, we need somewhere to sleep. I know it's crazy. It's nighttime. I know you don't know us, but we have to come in. They're everywhere. They're all out there. All those damn monsters. They're literally out there, them zombie things. I'm trying to tell you that we need to come in because if you don't, we're gonna fucking die out here. Please. So Joe, he was kind of wounded a little bit. You know, I don't think he got bit by one of them, but he was wounded. So I let him in. And all I remember is, you know, I call the scientists out there, I call him Mike. You know, Mike is my go to name for anybody, for any character, if I'm telling y'all a series. Mike, Chris, or Kevin. So Mike comes out, the scientist. He's like, David, what the hell are you doing? You just can't go out letting people into the fucking damn gate. Who the hell is this? I'm like, it's Joe and Ailly. So he's like, who the hell is Joe and Ailly? I'm like, look, they just showed up at the gate. Look, they said those things are out there, those zombies, and they needed somewhere to stay. And then Joe is kind of hurt. I think you can help him. So he's like, man, what if he got bit by one of those fucking things? And you just gonna bring him in here? How the hell you see, David? You can't just take it upon your damn self to just let complete strangers into this fucking damn gate. Man, bring him in here. Now let's see if his ass got bitten. Are you bitten? So Ailey was like, no, I'm not bitten. Actually, it was just him. He was protecting me. So he was like, from one of those fucking things. So did the zombie bite his ass or not? So she was like, I mean, I'm assuming that they didn't do it. So he like, let me ask you this question. Your name is Allie? So she's like, yes, that's my name. So he like, so you saying to me that he was protecting you, but you don't know if one of those fucking things bit him? How the fuck you don't know? What, are you standing the fuck there? So she's like, you know, fuck you. So I'm like, okay, Allie, don't mind my friend. So she like, wait, that's not your dad? I'm like, no, he's my friend. My whole family died by the virus. They became one of those zombies, and I'm basically by myself. So she's like, I am too. I'm an orphan too. I'm like, oh, you are? Well, basically, that's what you can call me. So he's like, you're not a fucking orphan. So he was like, do you know what an orphan is, David? I'm like, I don't have my damn family, so basically I'm a damn orphan. So he was like, no, you got a place to stay. You got a nice shelter, nice bed to sleep in, clothes, and a damn shower. You're not a damn orphan. Basically, I'm your lab father. I'm like, what the hell is a damn lab father? So he's like, someone that's taking care of your damn ass. So I'm like, yeah, for 2 years. So Allie was like, what's going to happen to him in 2 years? So Mike, like, none of your damn business. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me in 2 years. And David, try not to talk about our damn business to these damn strangers. Let's see if his ass got bitten. David, come here for a minute. I'm like, what? Are you looking for him? He's like, look, no, I'm not searching him yet. Look, keep your eye on that alley fucking girl. She look a little sneaky. So I'm like, what do you mean? She's a little girl. She's around my age. She's 14. So he's like, I don't give a damn if she was 13. Just keep your damn eye on that fucking girl. She up there touching shit already. So I'm like, all right, I'll do what I can. He was like, just go and keep your fucking eye on that girl and tell her to stop touching shit. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, hey, Allie, would you like to go upstairs and play some video games with me? Hang out with me? She's like, yeah, sure. So, you know, we're playing some video games. And I remember I'm like, so how long have you been an orphan? She's like, I guess since I was a baby. I mean, I don't know. Can't really recall. It's been a while. You know, yeah, been an orphan for a long time now. So I'm like, oh, okay, so you really don't have a family. I thought that guy was your father. She was like, you really thought that he was my father? So what, we look alike? Do we look alike? Like I look like him? I'm like, well, I mean, y'all kind of favor each other. So she's like, really? We really do? I'm like, no, I'm just joking with you. So I'm like, well, I mean, you're 14 and stuff, so that means you never really went out on a date. She's like, you mean like had a boyfriend and stuff? I mean, I never thought about it. I mean, the thought never really crossed my mind. I'm like, really? Well, I've been thinking about it. I mean, all this shit going on in the world. I mean, it's basically the apocalypse. She's like, basically, it is the apocalypse. So I'm like, so what if, I've been thinking about it, I never had a real girlfriend before. So, would you be my girlfriend? It's like, wait, you're asking me to be your girlfriend right there on the spot? Like, we just met each other. I'm like, look, what do we got to lose? I mean, there's literally millions of those fucking zombie things out there. What do we got to lose? I mean, like, we really gonna sit here and take our time like old people and get to know each other? We can get to know each other as you're my girlfriend. So she's like, okay, what do a girlfriend do? I'm like, well, girlfriends and boyfriends, they kiss. She's like, okay. So we start kissing and like, grabbing her titties and stuff. She's like, wait, look, I never done it before. I'm like, done what? She's like, done it. Like, had sex. It's my first time. I'm a virgin. I mean, I never even had a date before. So I'm like, well, what if I took you out on a date? She's like, with those things out there, really? I'm like, look, we have a lot of stuff around here. We have a restaurant here. She's like, you have a restaurant? Like food and stuff? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm so hungry. So I do remember we went to the restaurant and we ate a lot because she was hungry. And we started kissing again. And then she's like, David, before we have sex, because I think that's what you want. But if I give it to you, you're not going to just leave me alone and act like I'm not your girlfriend no more. I'm like, no, I really like you. She's like, I like you too. Okay. Look, I have to be honest with you before we go any farther with the kissing. Um, you know those things out there, those zombies? Please don't tell your lab father, whatever the hell he is to you. I'm like, he's just a friend. So she's like, okay, well, he's still your guardian. Like, you've been living with him. He kind of is your father. I mean, as much as I hate to admit it, that guy down there wounded, Joe, he's my father, kind of. I'm like, okay. So what do you have to admit to me? She's like, you gotta promise me that you're not gonna tell that guy down there. So I'm like, look, I'm not gonna tell him. She's like, if you tell him, he's probably gonna kill me or something. I'm like, what is it? She's like, I got bit a while ago by one of those things, and I'll just show you. So I'm like, well, okay. I mean, it's not contagious, is it? She's like, the only way that you can get this is if I bite you. And I'm not one of those things, if you haven't noticed. So we start kissing. She's like, you're not gonna tell him, are you? You're gonna keep it like a secret, right? I'm like, yeah, I promise. So we did end up having sex and pretty much beating it up. So I'm like, oh, your pussy's so wet. She's like, oh my god. So I'm like, yeah, you little white ass pussy. She's like, oh, oh my god, damn. I'm like, oh, your pussy's so good. She's like, so I start, beating it up from the back or whatever. And I came in her, right? Now, in this series, yes, it's going to be sex scenes and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to be beating it up. I love sex. So, anyway, I remember, after we was done having sex, she was like, I actually really liked it. I didn't think I would. I mean, it was painful and it hurted. I mean, when you stuck it in the very first time, and even while you were doing all that stuff you were doing, but it felt good. Like, it felt like pleasure, like really painful pleasure. I'm like, so you liked it? It's like, mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, look, what if you stay here? It's like, but we have a mission, me and that guy, we're like on a mission to save his brother. Look, I don't even think he's alive, to be honest, if you want my opinion. I'm like, you don't think he's alive? She's like, I don't think he is, but I guess you gotta have some hope, right? So I'm like, but what if you stay with me? I mean, I'll take care of you. I mean, you was looking for a place to stay anyway, right? She's like, yeah, I have. I mean, like a family. I'm like, well, why don't you be my girlfriend? I mean, you are my girl, so stay and stay here. She's like, okay, I'll stay. But how would I tell Joe? I'm like, don't worry about it. Just I want to have more sex with you. I'm kind of horny. He's like, okay. So we had sex or whatever. We kept fucking. We had sex a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. We was in my room, so we had sex a lot of times. And she was asleep. She ended up falling asleep or whatever. So Mike was calling me. He like, David, get your ass down here right now. I'm like, where are you? He's like, I'm in the damn kitchen. I'm like, where's the guy? He was like, he's still in the damn lab, man. He's intoxicated with a lot of damn drugs. You won't believe what the fuck I saw when I examined his body. I'm like, dude, what the fuck you see? So he's like, man, he got bit by that fucking thing. Those things out there, those zombies, his ass got bit by one of them. And I'm talking about really bit. So I'm like, he's like, ain't no saving his ass. I'm like, did you give him an antidote? He's like, man, I gave him a temporary antidote, but he only gonna last for a fucking year. I didn't give him the same antidote that I got. Mine was a little bit different. Look, he when he wake up, he'll be fine and back to normal for just a fucking year. Look, I don't know how I'm gonna find a cure for this shit. It's gonna take a while before I find a cure for this shit. I'm like, what I mean, you know what that means? Mike, it means that you just gotta get to work. He's like, man, that fucking guy ain't staying here. I'm like, look, you have to let him stay here. So he like, no the fuck I don't. Him and that fucking crazy ass girl can get the hell out of here. That fucking weirdo girl, look, I know she's 14, but she's too fucking creepy. She's just touching shit, random shit. She don't know any of the shit in here and she's up there grabbing shit. Where is her psychopath ass at anyway? So I'm like, look, she's in the room laying down, half naked. So he's like, wait, why the fuck would she be half naked? So I'm like, well, because she's my girlfriend and we had sex and stuff and we, had dinner, like went out on a date in the restaurant. He was like, you wait, let me get this straight. While I'm up there operating on this fucking guy, you up there winding down to his daughter? I'm like, yeah, basically. So he's like, David, are you fucking crazy? I'm like, look, I asked her to stay. The girl has no place to go. Like, she really doesn't have a family. So he's like, yes, she do. With this weirdo guy over here that's stretched out on the fucking medical bed. They're a family. Look, I don't care how the fuck they became a family or how they even know each other. That ain't my damn concern. They are not staying here. Look, I'm like, look. He's like, look, man, when I first saw you, I didn't want your ass to stay here either. But look, we grew a bond together. You're the only one that I'm letting stay in through these doors. I'm like, look, man, I'm 14 years old. I have needs. And I ain't sleeping with no guy because I ain't gay. So he like, all right, fine. That little fucking weirdo girl, she can stay here. But if she start touching shit, I mean like anything come up missing, her and that creepy ass father of hers is getting the fuck out of here. I'm like, that's not her real father. So he's like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. That can be her adopted father, whatever the fuck you want to call her. Look, David, I don't give a shit. If she starts stealing shit, because she look like she got sticky fingers. I'm like, who? He was like, what's her name? I'm like, Allie. So he's like, yeah, Allie. Well, you just keep a close eye on that fucking girl and keep her out of my fucking lab. So I'm like, okay, I got you. He's like, man, well, I can't tell you not to feed the fucking girl because you done already took her out on a date. I can't believe you had sex with that girl. What if she contaminated with that shit? So I'm like, look, he's like, man, we don't know these fucking people from Adam and Eve and you up here fucking his daughter? So I'm like, look, the girl is not his fucking daughter. So he's like, even if it ain't his blood damn daughter, he taking care of the fucking girl, so it gotta be something to his ass. So I'm like, look, Mike, we gonna take care of him. So he's like, man, I'm telling you right now, he can stay here and she can too, but he ain't gonna be waking up until another few damn days. So she don't got no damn choice, but I guess to stay the fuck here. Stop letting people through this fucking gate. So I'm like, okay, fine. He was like, did you hear what the fuck I said to you? I mean, like, goddamn, David. I'm up here trying to find a damn antidote for this damn virus, and you up here letting strangers into the fucking gate? God damn. So I'm like, okay, Mike, I get it. You don't gotta keep saying. He's like, man, don't let nobody else through this fucking gate. And I mean that shit. I can't believe you. How stupid can you fucking be? So I'm like, all right, I got it. I got the fucking idea. You don't have to keep painting the picture for me. I got it. He's like, I'm not painting a damn thing for you. I'm telling you what reality is. And if you gonna let the wrong person into these fucking gates and they gonna fucking leap over there and bite the shit out you, and then you gonna be contaminated. I want to check that girl out. I'm like, you don't have to check her out. I seen her body. So he's like, you wouldn't lie to me, would you? I'm like, no, of course not, Mike. He's like, look me in my eyes and tell me she don't got that shit. So I'm like, Ellie don't got it. She has no bites or nothing on her body. So he's like, and you wouldn't lie to me. So if I go up there and check her damn body right now, I'm like, you're not checking her body. She has her titties out. She doesn't have no bra on. She's in her panties. And I don't want you looking at my girlfriend. She's in my bed. So he's like, you so lucky. Because that would make me a creep to look at a young teenager girl body. You lucky. I'm going to take your word for it. So you sure you didn't find nothing obvious on that girl? No bite marks or nothing. I'm like, I just said I didn't find shit. So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go back down here with this guy. So I remember, Allie, she wakes up. I'm like, Allie, so look, Mike, the guy I'm staying with, he said y'all can stay, but he knows what's wrong with Joe, the guy you came with. So she's like, well, what's wrong with him? So I'm like, well, it occurs that he did actually get bitten. So she's like, wait, what? He got bitten by one of those things? So I'm like, by one of those zombie things, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Yes, his body is contaminated. Look, Mike gave him an antidote that's going to last for a full year, but after that year, somebody got to blow his damn brains out because he's going to start, like, it's going to start spreading through his body. She's like, that's not true. I don't know what he's telling you, but that's not true. I'm like, what do you mean? So she's like, I had a temporary antidote that was only supposed to last for 2 years, and I'm 14 years old. I mean, it lasted longer than 14 years, so I'm saying that maybe he doesn't know what he's actually talking about. So I'm like, so you saying that he's just making up fucking numbers? So she's like, I don't know if he's making up numbers, but I gotta tell you that I had a temporarily expiration date on me too, and we just got finished having a ton of sex. So I'm like, okay. It's like, I mean, and if I was a zombie, do you think I would be sitting there letting you fuck me? And I'm like, well, this is true. She's like, look, I like you, and I am gonna stay here, but look, there's a lot of people out there that's probably not contaminated with the virus. I'm like, yeah, and what the fuck you want me to do about that? Look, Mike made it very clear to me to not let anybody through these gates. So she's like, okay, but what if it's people out there that need saving? I mean, y'all have a nice, like a little community here. You have a restaurant, y'all can be making kind of like some money. And like, y'all be the bosses of all of this. I'm like, well, yeah, that's true. He's like, y'all got a little mall where y'all got clothes and stuff here. And then you got a swimming pool with actual fucking water in it. I mean, this is like the Bahamas, but in the apocalypse. I know it's weird as shit, but it's true. So I'm like, okay, that is true. So the whole night, me and Ellie, we talked all night, all the way up into the morning, and then we started having sex early in the morning. So, Mike heard us having sex, and I'm like, oh, your pussy good. She's like, David, oh my God, David, fuck, 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 fuck. So I'm beating it up or whatever like that. And, Mike is pretty much shaking his head, but I mean, he knows I'm a teenager, I got hormones. I'm going to want to have sex. So, I mean, like, she's a girl around my age. I mean, why not? Hey, have sex with her. So, I remember Mike was like, look, David, I can tell that y'all having fun up there, but goddamn, I mean, like, I don't want to hear that shit all the way downstairs. So I'm like, look, we had a talk, me and Allie. We were talking all the way up until the morning. He's like, you mean during sex or before y'all started fucking? You know that y'all probably can make a damn baby. What if that little girl, I mean, she is the same age of you, like she's 14 like you. What if she get pregnant? You're not using the condom. I can tell you're not strapping up. We don't have condoms here. So I'm like, well, no. He's like, yeah, she's going to end up pregnant. I mean, look, if y'all want to bring a baby into this world at 14 years old, do what you got to do. But I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be the damn father to it. I'll be the grandfather, whatever the hell you want me to be. But I'm telling you right now, that girl don't look like she's ready to be a damn mother. So I'm like, she doesn't have a family. So if she was to get pregnant, I mean, I think she would be kind of happy that she have a family member with her. So she's like, so he like, all right, look, whatever. Listen, what was y'all talking about? So I'm like, look, I mean, we do got, we got a restaurant and a mall and like a place with rooms in it that's not attached to our house. I mean, we can like rent it out to people. See, he was like, hell no. See, that girl is already putting badass ideas in your head. What the hell you think this is? This ain't no Airbnb. We're not gonna sit here and start sheltering people. First of all, we don't know if they contaminated with that shit out there. Look, I told you, David, we're not letting anybody else through these fucking gates. You understand me? We're just not letting anybody else do this shit. Now, when I'm dead and gone, you can do things your fucking way. You can let people all up and through here when I'm fucking dead and gone. But while I'm still alive, there's no goddamn way we're letting anybody through those fucking gates. I told you last night. Now you got this dumb girl putting all this stupid ass ideas in your head. You don't know what the fuck is out there. We do know it's a damn virus out there that can't nobody cure. It's a deadly one that's out there ripping fucking people's heads off. So I'm letting you know we're not letting random strangers into this fucking damn gate. Okay? And tell that fucking girl to mind her damn business. She lucky that her ass and her fucking weird ass father is staying here too. I'm like, I get it, Mike. He's like, do you get it? Because I really don't think you fucking do. I mean, because goddamn, you come to me bright and early in the fucking morning talking about you and that girl had a good conversation. What was actually good about that damn conversation? So I'm like, I mean, the fact that she was just thinking about other people. So he like, why the fuck would she be thinking about random people? Just tell me why the fuck would she be thinking about that? Because you know why? She might be contaminated. I'm like, look, she's not contaminated. You think I'd be sleeping with a girl that's contaminated? That's like fucking a zombie. So he's like, yeah, well, if I find out her ass is contaminated, I'm blowing her fucking brains out. I don't care if she's 14, 13, 12, or whatever. I will literally light her little light. He was like, I will literally light her little white ass up. And she's not my daughter, so I'm not going to give a shit. So I'm like, Mike, I said she's not contaminated. Just take my word for it. He was like, she's still half naked? I'm like, yeah. He was like, I'm telling you, David, if I find any scars on that fucking girl, I'm killing her ass. And then I'm going to shoot his ass on that fucking damn bed. I'm going to just shoot him. And that way he can never wake up. I'm like, look, man, what is your problem? He's like, man, I already got the shit. And I got the antidote that's going to last me for 2 years. David, I'm not going to let you get that shit too. Okay? So I'm just saying, excuse me for being overprotective over you. Excuse me. So I'm like, all right. He like, I'm going back downstairs. So he goes back downstairs and like a full week had passed or whatever. No, a full 2 weeks had passed. And the guy, Joe, still didn't wake the fuck up. Now, this is being told through my eyes. Now, y'all looking for the video game version, y'all better go on HBO Max to look at the video game version. This is my version, told my fucking way, through my eyes. So, he wasn't waking up. So I remember we come downstairs, and before we come downstairs, she was like, David, I found the pregnancy test in the mall that y'all have here, and I took the pregnancy test. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is 2 weeks pregnant. I'm like, you are? She's like, yeah. I'm like, so she's like, yeah, you're gonna be a father. I'm like, look, Ellie, I've been wanting to tell you. Um, I wanted to do it over dinner, but I guess this is the right time to do it. Look, when I first saw you at that gate, I did think you was kind of a weirdo. I was like, okay. I'm like, but once I let you in, I got a good look at you. I fell in love with you. She's like, I did too. I'm like, well, will you marry me? I'm not really good at proposals. She's like, you really do suck. But yes, I will marry you. You know, we're only 14, right? I'm like, yeah. So I put the ring on her finger. She accepted the proposal. And she was like, I need to get you a ring so we can, like, it can be official that we're engaged. I'll get you a ring later, I guess. But yes, I love the ring. I'm like, you love it? She's like, yeah. Let's go tell Jill the good news. I'm like, yeah. She's like, you're gonna tell Mike your father? I'm like, he's not my damn daddy. Stop saying that. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, your lab father. I'm like, I don't know why he made that shit up. That was something that came out of his fucking ass. I don't know why he even said that. So I remember we come downstairs. Mike like, David, it's been 2 whole damn weeks. I told you to not bring that girl down here. You was doing good by not keep. But he was like, you was doing good by keeping that girl away from my shit. So Allie was like, look, Mike, I understand you don't like me. I get it. I don't know why you don't like me. But he was like, you know why I don't fucking like you? Because I had a fucking daughter. Okay? And she fucking died in my arms. Okay? I don't need to see some random little girl in my face looking for a father. So it's like, I am not looking for a father. Okay? And if I am, that guy laid out on that hospital bed is closer of a fucking father than you'll ever be. Okay, if I'm looking for a father, then he'll be that. But you're not the one I'm looking for a damn daddy. Look, I just want to know if he's okay and why is he haven't woken up yet. So he like, I'm assuming that David told you, your little boyfriend. So she was like, well, fiance. So he's like, what do you mean fiance? What the hell are you talking about? So she's like, well, I'm 2 weeks pregnant. He was like, this is just great. I knew you was gonna get that fucking girl pregnant. I knew it. All those nights having sex with that girl. I told you to start strapping and protecting your damn dick. Now look, y'all about to bring a baby into this world. So I'm like, we're getting married and we want you to do it. He's like, I'm not marrying you fucking two idiots. So I'm like, what do you mean you're not marrying us? He's like, for starters, you're fucking 14 years old. You're too damn fucking minors. So I'm like, look, we're in an apocalypse. What does it matter how old we are? Look, man, I need you to do this. You want me to be happy? Look, when you are dead and gone, at least I'll have a family to look forward to. Look, come on, man. So he's like, fine. I'll marry you two fucking idiots. Look, Ellie, it don't look like this guy is waking the fuck up. I gave him the antidote. So she's like, you drugged him. You killed him. So he's like, look, man, I don't kill any fucking body. You think I just walk around just murdering motherfuckers? Do I look like a murderer to you, Allie? I'm not a fucking murderer. His ass is not waking up. That fucking thing, or whatever the fuck them things is out there, killed his ass, okay? It bit deep into his damn flesh. So she's like, so you're saying, so he's like, look, I'm saying to you, we don't know, but that thing is going to start spreading through his body. So we got to get rid of his ass. She's like, no, you can't just kill him. So he's like, he's already fucking dead. He has no damn pulse. He's not going to sit up here and become a thing on my fucking bed. Look, we got to get his ass out of here. So she's like, no, please, we can't kill him, please. Please just have a little hope, please. So he like, look, man, are keeping me here for another few weeks. If his ass don't wake up, I'm blowing his fucking brains out right on his fucking hospital bed. I don't give a shit. And why the fuck do you care anyway, Allie? He ain't your fucking birth father. So why would you fucking care if I was to blow his damn brains out? It's not like I'm gonna kill your ass. So she like, look, just please don't kill him. So he like, I said I ain't gonna kill him for a few weeks. So you got a few weeks. If his ass don't wake up, I'm blowing his fucking brains out. So all I remember is, he was still on the hospital bed. Mike, like, you gonna marry this fucking girl? You crazy? I'm like, look, I got something to look forward to, you know? So he like, y'all are two fucking idiots. I'm assuming she talked you into this shit. I'm like, no. Once she told me that she was pregnant, I proposed to her on my own. So he was like, and there ain't no talking you out of this shit, is it? I'm like, no. He was like, I can't believe your ass. David, goddamn, you done fell in love with the fucking girl? I'm like, look, man, it happens. He's like, yeah, I can see that it fucking happens. God damn, I told you to keep a fucking eye on her, not fall in love with the damn girl. I'm like, look, it just happened. He was like, look, I get it. You got hormones. I'm glad that you found yourself your soulmate or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Y'all bringing a baby into this world. Well, at least y'all have a place to stay. Shit. Now I got no choice but to get along with this weird, creepy looking white girl. So I'm like, okay, all right, you need to stop referring to her as a white girl because we're black. He's like, what do you think I'm racist? You think I'm racist? I'm like, look, I don't know what you did to that guy down there. He's like, oh, so you think I killed his ass? So you thinking like your little girlfriend down there, your little pregnant girlfriend? You thinking like I fucking did it on purpose? I didn't purposely. First of all, I didn't purposely drug him. Okay, I did what I had to do to try to save his ass. Okay, all I'm saying to you is that if his ass don't wake up in the next few weeks, I'm blowing his ass away. And I don't give a shit what that ailly girl say. I'm doing shit my way. I should have been killed his ass. So I'm like, all right, okay, we get it, Mike. He was like, look, do you really fucking get it? Because I told your ass don't let nobody through that fucking gate. And then you did it any fucking way. Because now look at what the fuck we got on. A pregnant fucking 14-year-old white girl that you got to, now you gonna fucking marry, that you let through this fucking gate, and a fucking sick ass, old ass man on the fucking bed. All because you had to open the fucking gate. Why did you do that shit? I told you not to fucking open the gate, David. Look at this shit. And if his fucking ass wake up, we gonna have to feed his fucking ass. We got a lot of food, but I ain't sharing my food with none of these. It's like, the funny thing about it is we got to feed this fucking white girl. So she's eating up the food and shit, and I don't like this fucking girl. I don't trust her. I'm like, what is she going to do? So he's like, I ain't saying she was a murderer. I just said I don't fucking trust her. The minute she came through these fucking doors, she's up there touching shit. Like she's a damn thief. I'm like, look, I don't know what you getting at. He's like, I'm getting at that bitch got stinky fingers. So I'm like, look, she been here for a few weeks. She haven't stole anything. So he's like, yeah, yet. Until her ass get to the fucking courage where she have to. Look, man, I've met girls like this my whole fucking life. All I'm saying to you is keep your damn eyes on that fucking girl. And don't let nobody else through this fucking gates. God damn, David, shit. So I'm like, all right. So all I remember is, he did end up marrying us the very next day. No, he married us that night. So he married me and Ellie that night. He was like, y'all are actually husband and wife. Oh my God. I can't believe this shit. Y'all two are married. Go ahead, kiss your fucking wife and shit. Your 14-year-old wife. This is weird. Two 14-year-olds married. And I'm condoning this shit. So it's like, don't worry, you're going to be a granddaddy. So he's like, you're pregnant. Congratulations with basically my adopted son baby. Oh, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this shit. So it's like, look, can you check on Joe? So he's like, no, why don't you go down there and check on his damn ass? So she's like, we just got married. Please, look. So he's like, all right, fine. Y'all go ahead and do the little honeymoon thing. I'll go check on his ass. So he comes downstairs and he wake up. Joe ends up waking up. And he like, looking around and stuff like that. He obviously knows he's somewhere safe. So, Mike like, look, Joe, I gotta tell you. He was like, I've been bitten. I know. Listen, I don't know how long I have. I need you to take care of that girl. Please let her stay here. She'll be safer here. So he's like, look, where the fuck you been at? My adopted son done already impregnated that girl. So he's like, impregnated that girl? What do you mean? So he's like, she's 2 weeks pregnant. And they just got married. He was like, I just married their asses a few hours ago. Where the hell you been at? That's his wife. So he's like, wait, you're saying I've been asleep for 2 fucking weeks? So he's like, yeah. And it's going on your third damn week. I was about to blow your damn brains out. So he's like, well, thank you for sparing me. Like, I need to heal up here. Is that okay? So he's like, yeah, ass can heal up here. I don't think the fucking girl is going any damn where. She's pregnant and married. Where the fuck she gonna go at? She has no choice but to stay here. But your ass definitely gotta go after you heal up. So he's like, look, can I talk to Joe? So he was like, can I talk to Ellie? So he's like, look, man, I think my son is probably in his room having sex with that girl. You probably gonna have to wait until the morning time. So he's like, okay, all right. He's like, look, you'll be safe down here. Don't touch anything and don't steal anything. And I got a list of everything I have down here. I always do inventory. So if I come down here and I see any damn thing missing, I'm gonna blow your ass away. And I don't give a shit if you're not one of those damn things. I'm gonna just shoot you. So sit your ass down and look at some TV or something. He was like, it's nothing to watch on TV. So he's like, well, you better make yourself occupied. Because if you start stealing shit and start throwing things in your bag, I told you I got an inventory of everything down here. And if anything missing, I'm literally blowing your ass away. I'm talking about the smithereens. I'm going to blow your ass away. So don't even think about it. I'm going to go up here and take care of some business, but you don't even fucking think about it. So I remember I was having sex with Ellie, and then some more people had came, right? They wasn't like the zombies, but some more people had came to the gate trying to get in. And so Mike was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell, see, look at this shit. We let other people in, and now motherfuckers just showing up out of the fucking damn blue. Not letting your asses in. Stop fucking hitting the gates. These gates can last for fucking decades. Y'all can't break them. They bulletproof. I just told you can't break the gates down. They're like, look, we need help. You gotta let us through. Those things are out there. He's like, how do I know y'all ass is not contaminated already? We're not letting none of you fucking idiots through. Okay? Stay the fuck out there, and they're gonna just kill y'all asses. And that's just how that's gonna go. Look, we're not letting you through. Get away from the fucking gate. Hold on. See, now y'all fucking with the wrong person. So he goes and get his gun and shot the damn person and shot another damn person. So Mike was just shooting everybody at his damn gate. He was just shooting everybody. So he's just shooting people and just murdering people at the damn gate. And he's like, now I told y'all asses not to touch the damn gate. I wasn't letting y'all through. Should have just turned around and walked back into the woods. But you didn't. So now look at you. I did them damn zombies a damn favor. I just blew your brains away. I just killed y'all right here. So now look at you. Y'all not living no damn more. So now y'all don't have to worry about running for your damn life. So I remember Mike was calling my name after I was done having sex with Ellie. So he's like, David, see, you let those fucking damn idiots in here, and now look at these people. I'm like, who did that? Those fucking zombies? He's like, no, those zombies ain't do it. I did it. I'm like, you killed innocent people? He's like, what do you mean innocent people? They was contaminated with that shit. So I'm like, how the fuck you know if they was contaminated? How did you know? Did you see any bite marks on them? He's like, I didn't have to. So I'm like, whoa, so you just shot him for no damn reason? He was like, it wasn't for no damn reason. They was bringing heat here. So I'm like, how the hell was they bringing heat here? He was like, because, David, they fucking was. Look, man, if they asses wouldn't have stopped making noises, those fucking zombies would have came to the gate, and then more of them would have came. And then it would just be a whole bunch of the motherfuckers at the damn gate. So I had to do what nobody else would fucking have the balls to do. I had to kill him. So I'm like, so he's like, look, I wasn't letting them through that fucking gate. You and I both know that shit. I wasn't letting them through that gate. So it was either me murdering them or them fucking things showing up and not fucking leaving at my gate, just standing the fuck there. So I'm like, I guess you had no choice. He was like, yes, I did have no choice. But I'm going to tell you something. I literally told your ass to not let nobody through these gates. Didn't I tell you that? I'm like, and I complied to what you said. He's like, you might have complied to what I said. But I really meant that shit, David. Like, goddamn. Before you let those idiots in here, that girl that's now your fucking pregnant ass wife, I told you to not let nobody through the gate. And then you just had to because you couldn't fight your damn hormones. God damn it. Now look at you. Murray got a pregnant goddamn wife. You gonna have to protect that girl forever now. You do realize that, right? I'm like, yeah, I know that. He was like, look, listen to me. I ain't gonna be here forever. You know, in 2 years I'll be out of here. But when I am dead and gone, you will have that fucking girl and that baby y'all made together. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Don't be starting to get stupid and letting people in here. Because you don't know if they got that shit or not. And you also don't know what the fuck their intentions are when they come in here. These people can just come in here and see all this shit and then try to trick you. So I'm letting you know right the fuck now. When you in here, this is your world. Not the whole fucking world. Remember what the fuck I'm saying to you. I'm teaching you how to survive on survive mode. Not on caring mode. We gotta stop caring for every fucking body. Look, that virus is every fucking where. You can't trust nobody who comes to this fucking gate saying that they don't have the shit. They're lying. I'm telling you they fucking lying. I'm like, and how do you know they're lying? He's like, because I fucking do. I just know, okay, they either got scratched by the thing or bit. But either way, we're not letting them through this gate. I need you to be strong, man. You can't, David, you can't be stupid. And married to that fucking girl, she probably gonna make you stupid. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, man, she already putting crazy ass ideas in your head. Talking about you can start a damn community here. Why would you want other people here? Just tell me why. So I'm like, I get what you say. He was like, all I'm saying to you is, right now, y'all should be thinking about raising that fucking baby. So I'm like, well, it's not here yet. He's like, what am I a fucking idiot? I know it's not here yet. Oh, and by the way, that guy Joe woke up. Look, he gonna stay here for a few years. For not a few years, but he's gonna stay here for like, I'll say another damn week until he fully heals up, and then he getting the fuck out of here. Okay? He's not taking that girl with him. He said that he want her to stay here. I mean, why the fuck would he care? It's not his real fucking daughter anyway. So I'm like, okay, so he woke up. He like, yo, ain't that what I just told you? Yeah, his ass woke up. So he like David ended with the strangest shit. He wasn't fucking breathing. So I'm like, what do you mean he wasn't breathing? So he like what I was telling you before, David, when you was down here before with that girl, Ellie, he wasn't fucking breathing. He didn't have a pulse. How the fuck is he alive now? I'm like, okay. I mean, maybe the antidote you gave, maybe it worked. Maybe it just took some time to kick in. So he's like, no, that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit because the antidote I gave him kicks in right away. It's no way. I'm telling you, that's some weird shit. He wasn't breathing at first. I'm like, so what? So now he's just apparently awoke. So he's like, what I'm telling you, David, is that ain't that guy Joe. I'm like, damn, who the fuck is it? It can't be one of those fucking things because those damn zombies don't talk. So he's like, but what if they do before they really start getting contaminated? I'm like, that is dumb. That's stupid. It's Joe. It's him. It gotta be him. He's like, let's go back down there and see if it is him. So we go back down there and it's him. It's Joe. And so Ellie, she ends up coming downstairs. She has some clothes on. She sees that Joe's up. And he's like, look, I'm gonna stay here for like a week, but I'm leaving. But I need you to stay here. I'm still on a mission to find my brother. Okay? I have to find him. I can't give up. You're safer here. So it's like I can't leave even if I wanted to. I'm pregnant and married. So he's like, wow, you're really married. I thought this guy was making it up. So she was like, no, it's true. We're a thing, a couple. So I couldn't leave if I wanted to. I mean, I always wanted a family, and now I have one. So he's like, yeah, well, I'm going to stay here for a week and fully heal up, and I'll be on my way. And that way I don't have to worry about something happening to you, or some zombie jumping out of the bushes, trying to bite you. That way I don't have to worry about it. So she's like, it's fine. You don't have to, you don't have to explain yourself. It's okay. So all I remember is, Mike was like, man, David, however this shit started, wait, what's that thing on her fucking arm? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, that thing on her arm, that scar. What's that shit on her arm? That's that same shit that's on Joe downstairs. I'm like, look, he's like, you lied to me. You told me that it wasn't nothing on her arm. You said it wasn't no scars or bite marks on her. You lied to me. And I took your fucking word for it. And now I see this shit all on her arm. So she's like, look, it's not what you think. He was like, oh no, it is what I think. Because I think that one of those things bit your ass. And you are one of those fucking things. I'm blowing your fucking head off. So I'm like, look, Mike, look, listen. She got a shot and stuff. He's like, what is that supposed to mean to me? What is that supposed to mean to me? I'm like, look, it's supposed to mean that you should have a heart. Like, she's not contaminated. He's like, how the fuck do you know? Like, how do you know if the fucking girl's contaminated or not? How do you know? So he's like, no, really, David, how do you know? I mean, she's walking around with this scar all on her fucking arm, and you up here telling me, lying in my damn face, saying that she didn't have shit. You told me that it wasn't no bite marks on her. Ain't that what the fuck you said to me? I'm like, look, Mike, yeah, that's what I said to you, buddy. He's like, oh, I'm not your fucking buddy. When you start lying to me for a fucking girl, I'm like, look, it's not what you think. He's like, man, stop telling me it's not what I fucking think. Stop telling me that. It's exactly what I fucking think. She got bit by one of those fucking things out there. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess it is what you think. He's like, yes, it is. It is what I think. And I think that I'm blowing her white ass away. So I'm like, he's like, didn't I tell you if I found anything on her that I was going to blow her ass to smithereens? Didn't I tell you that? I don't care if you married the bitch. I'm killing her. So all I remember is, Mike was about to kill her, but he didn't kill the girl. He actually had a heart. He didn't end up pulling the trigger. He's like, look, man, you cannot keep, this is what I'm talking about. You can't keep letting people through this gate. You see that shit? She weaseled her ass back in here. She weaseled her ass in here with this fucking guy, and she was bit the whole damn time. I'm like, oh, he's like, that's what I'm saying. They can be walking and talking and still get bit by one of those things. So what I'm telling you is you can't trust nobody out there. So stop thinking you fucking can. That's my whole fucking lecture to your ass. And you up here telling me I'm going crazy? So I'm like, all right, Mike, I get it. He's like, look, I spared your fucking little wife. I spared her ass. But if she start morphing into one of those fucking damn zombies, I'm going to blow her ass so far away, she's not even going to know her fucking name no more. That's how bad I'm going to blow her ass away. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to be like a damn grenade blew off in her damn body. So I'm like, okay, you don't got to get that damn graphic, Mike. He was like, obviously I fucking do. Obviously I have to get that damn graphic. Because it seems like your ass don't understand about not letting people into the fucking gate. I told you not to fucking do it in the first place. So he's like, I'm like, look, I haven't been letting nobody through the fucking gate, Mike, ever since you told me. He's like, it don't matter. Before Ellie and this guy got here, what did I tell you? I said, don't let strangers in. And you did it any fucking way. I should blow your ass away. So I'm like, you should blow me away. He's like, yeah, I should just shoot your ass. Because I mean, like, you probably the fucking damn problem. I told you, stop letting fucking strangers in. Now we got people living with us. Look at this shit. Now we got to feed his old ass. I'm like, okay. He's like, you should just stop doing what the fuck I'm telling you to do. So all I remember is Allie like, oh, wow, I guess he doesn't like me. So I'm like, it's not that he doesn't like you. It's just, he's afraid. I mean, the fucking virus is out there. It's killing everybody. So, I mean, he's afraid. She's like, what, of me? I'm not like, I mean, yeah, I got bit by one of those things, but I'm not actually contaminated. I'm like, yeah, I know, but he doesn't know that you had got like some vaccine shot thing. So she's like, it wasn't a vaccine. It was some type of little antidote that I stole and ended up taking, and yeah. I'm like, okay, but listen, do you think our baby is gonna be contaminated? So she's like, oh, our baby? I'm like, yeah. She was like, I don't think so. I mean, like, it's a baby. It's in the womb. I don't think anything's gonna be wrong with our baby. I'm like, what if it's twins? She's like, the funny thing is, it feels like twins. I'm like, and she's like, it feels like more than one baby. I feel like I'm eating for three. I'm like, and dude's like, yeah, I don't know, just got this weird feeling. So I'm like, so did you talk to Joe? She's like, I talked to Joe. He said he's gonna be staying for a week, but then he's leaving to go find his brother, and he wants me to stay here. And for once, I actually agree with him. I'm like, well, good, because I want you here, Allie. She's like, well, I guess I want to be here too. So, we ended up, kissing and having sex and stuff like that. And so that's when this lady has snuck through the premises. This lady and her daughter, she snuck through. She wasn't with no guy. She snuck through the gate or whatever. And Mike was out, outside having a smoke or whatever, and he ends up seeing the lady. He sees the lady and the little girl. And Mike like, how the fuck you get through these damn gates? I got this shit sealed shut. How the fuck you get? I'm blowing your ass away. You see this fucking gun? And I ain't afraid to use this shit. So she's like, look, I am not one of those damn zombies out there. We're trying to get away from those things. I'm telling you, it's like, I don't care what the fuck you say. You think that because you sitting here whining with your fucking kid that I'm not going to blow your ass away? I'll kill her ass too. She shouldn't want to see all this fucked up shit in the world. And here you go. You bringing her ass along with this shit? So she was like, look, I'm telling you the truth. I don't have that disease. I don't have the virus. I wasn't bitten. So he's like, you think I fucking care if you was bitten or not? You think I fucking care? You are not staying here. I don't fucking know you or this fucking girl. And how old are you? So she's like, I'm 16. So he's like, oh, I'll kill her ass. I'll kill you and your fucking daughter. So she started taking off her clothes. He's like, man, what the fuck are you doing? So she's like, just take off your clothes so he can see that we are not bitten. So he's like, even if you wasn't bitten by one of those fucking things, I still will blow your ass away. So she's like, if you was going to kill us, you would have just did it. You keep talking and saying you're going to shoot us, but you're not going to shoot us. I don't think that's you. So he's like, oh, so now you're trying to tell me what the fuck type of person I am? You trying to tell me I wouldn't use this fucking gun? I know how to use this bitch. I've been using guns since I was 10 years old. So don't tell me what the fuck I got in me. Because I will definitely shoot the shit out of you and this fucking girl. So he like, man, what? Okay, so you haven't been bitten. Okay, turn around. Let me look at y'all. So she turned around. She's turning around, and then the daughter is turning around or whatever like that. He's like, okay. So I don't know what the fuck y'all want. Well, what do y'all want? Why are y'all here? Like, God, how the fuck y'all get through these gates? Just show me how the fuck y'all got through these damn gates so I can seal that shit up. God damn. So she shows him how they got through, and he was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna fix that problem tonight. What the fuck y'all want? What, some food? So she's like, look, we need a place to stay. Please. We're simple girls. We really don't have too much to live for. And this looks like a nice place. So he's like, oh yeah? And then what if other people fucking show up with the same fucking problem? Then I'll be running an Airbnb or some shit. Or running some damn hotel. Shit. Fine, okay. You can stay in one of those apartments that we got over here. Wash up and stuff. We'll feed you shit. So the girl ends up washing up and stuff like that. The mother and the daughter. And the mother is not an ugly mother. She's actually a pretty woman. So Mike, yeah, he's all tough and stuff. But he ends up falling in love with the mother. The mother is named Jasmine. So I'll think, yeah, the mother is named Jasmine and the daughter is named Jazz. Jasmine and Jazz. So Mike was like, look, I'm sorry I was hard on you and stuff, but you never know who the fuck is coming through. Like, I don't know how you weaseled your way in, but it's very fucking impressive. So she's like, did you fix the problem? So he's like, yeah, I fixed that shit. Now eat up. So she's like, oh, I'm sorry, the food is very good. You're a really amazing chef. So he's like, oh, you think flattering me is gonna make your ass stay here longer? So she's like, look, I'm not trying to flatter you. I just think that you're very nice. So he's like, look, man, stop telling me I'm fucking nice. I'm not nice. You can't be nice in this world. So she's like, okay, why are you so mean? I mean, like, you're always on edge. So he's like, look, I had a daughter. I lost my whole family to this shit. Okay? Watching my whole family die in my fucking arms, it just made me a different person. You ever had a fucking damn daughter? You got a daughter. Have you ever seen your daughter die in your arms? So she's like, one of my daughters did die in my arms. I had I had 4 daughters. And all 3 of my daughters, except for her, died in my arms. So I do know what death looks like. And I'm sorry about your family. So he's like, wait, your kids died in your arms too? So she's like, yeah. But, I'm not mad at the world. So he's like, you should fucking be. Because the whole world is contaminated. You should be fucking mad at the world. She's like, yeah, but I'm not. I mean, you have a place where you can start a new family. So he's like, who would want to start a fucking family with me? Who would want to start a family with me? Like, tell me. So it's like, I would want to start a family with you. I get to know you a lot more. I mean, if you just, be a little nice. So he started looking at her, started realizing she was an actual pretty woman. So he realized, look, he got nothing to lose. He's going to be living for 2 years. So he's like, you know what? I might as well have some fun with this shit. And start dating this girl, man. Start hanging out with her. So I didn't even know that Jasmine and the girl Jazz, I didn't know that they showed up. Because I was in the room with Ailly or whatever. So the morning time came and I come downstairs and I see, Jasmine and Jazz and Joe, they all at the breakfast table. And I'm like, whoa, wait, what the hell is going on? So Mike like, oh, meet my girlfriend Jasmine. I'm like, your girlfriend? I thought you didn't have a girlfriend. He was like, I didn't until last night. Look, man, she came out of nowhere. It's like God sent her to me or something. She's nice, she's pretty and sweet, and she got a daughter. She's 16 years old. That's her daughter, Jazz. So Ailly comes downstairs. She's like, who is these new people? So Mike like, well, I guess y'all not the only 2 that's in love. That's my girlfriend, Jasmine, and that's her daughter, Jazz. So she's like, whoa, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Ailly Simms, David's wife. I'm 14 and pregnant, so we're having a family. So Jasmine like, that's so sweet. Start a family very early. That's really smart of y'all too. So she's like, I guess that was the plan, right? All along, start a family. So Mike cooks food, but Mike only cooks when he's in a good mood. You know, when he's in a good mood, that's pretty much the only time he will really cook. So yeah, Mike was cooking food, and I just remember, I wasn't really hungry. I wanted to spend time with Ellie and stuff, and that's what she wanted to do. So I'm like, I don't want to eat. So I'm like, no, not really. I just kind of want to spend time with my wife. So he's like, look, man, is it because of that girl? Is it because of Jasmine and stuff? I'm like, look, no, no. He's like, look, I know you think I'm growing soft, but I'm not, man. I'm not. I'm still the same, Mike. I'm like, look, I didn't say you wasn't. I just don't want to eat, okay? I just want to meet my wife. So he's like, all right, man, shoot yourself, man, because I made a lot. So Mike ends up, going back in the kitchen with Jasmine. And Jasmine, like, oh, whoa, this is like good pancakes. I haven't had pancakes like this in weeks. Matter of fact, months. It's been months, right, Jazz? She was like, yeah, I mean, we really haven't had really like a home cooked meal in a long time. Like, this is very wonderful. Like, so nice of you. So I guess we got to be on our way. So Jasmine was like, well, Jazz, I guess I got something to tell you. She's like, okay. Well, don't you think you should be telling me while we're like getting ready to leave? So she's like, no, we're gonna stay here. Actually, me and Mike are dating. So she's like, wait, y'all just met each other last night. She's like, yeah, I mean, we talked all night and, we hung out and got to know each other. And, well, one thing led to another. She was like, wait, you had sex with him last night? She was like, yeah, I mean, like that's the thing that two grown-ups do when they're attracted to each other. So she's like, Mom, stop talking to me like I'm some little fucking kid. I'm 16 years old. I'm a teenager. She's like, yeah, but you're not quite grown yet. She's like, Mom, I don't have to be quite grown to understand how sex work. Okay, Mom? Like, I get it. I mean, you don't have to talk to me like I'm some minor little kid. She's like, you are a minor. You're 16. You're a minor. You're not a damn adult. So she's like, okay, fine. I'm a minor, but I know what sex is. So she's like, okay, well, we had sex last night. She's like, Mom, you just met him and you let him fuck you. So she's like, well, it's not what you think. I mean, like I told you, we got to know each other last night. We talked and we hung out a bit. So she's like, okay, fine, whatever. So all I remember is the girl, Jazz, had a little attitude. Jazz was pretty pretty. She was an attractive girl and everything like that. She was pretty thick and everything, had a nice little body to her. And I just remember, Allie was like, I don't trust her. I'm like, you don't trust who? So she's like, that woman, Jasmine, something's off about her. I'm like, you mean that? She's like, David, I mean, she just conveniently showed up here. I mean, like, if you're her lab dad or whatever the fuck you call him, if he didn't technically let her through these gates, and she just got through. Like, that's weird in general. Like, come on now, there's something up with that. I'm like, so you saying? She's like, I'm saying I don't trust her. I just think something's off about her. Like something just don't seem right about her. I didn't want to eat in the kitchen with her either. I'm like, so you think she's like using Mike to like take over or something? So she's like, all I'm gonna say is that we're probably gonna have to kill that girl and her daughter. Well, I don't really get a vibe that her daughter is evil. I don't think her daughter is evil. I don't think the mom is evil, but I think she has bad intentions. Like, I don't think she actually likes Mike. I think she's just using Mike to have a place to stay. I'm like, you think so? She's like, yeah, I think that's what she's doing. I mean, she's trying to protect her kid. I mean, she doesn't want to die out there. She doesn't want her kid to die out there. I mean, like, they have probably nowhere else to go. So why not start a relationship with someone that has somewhere to stay so they can have a shelter? So I'm like, you know what? That actually makes sense. She's like, yeah, yeah, I know. So she's like, oh, newsflash, that is not what I did. Like I didn't, because you asked for me to be your girlfriend. You do remember that, right? I'm like, yeah, I remember that I asked for you to be my wife. I remember. It's like, okay, I'm just, letting you know that you asked for me to be your wife, and I accepted. Actually, you asked me to be your girlfriend, and then the wife thing came, a little later. But yeah. So I'm like, so how did you get bit by one of those things? She's like, I was with two other girls. We were, you know, getting away from. We was running away from those, zombies, and I was in like this foster care type of place, and all I remember is the zombie had bit all three of us. It bit me, it bit the two girls I was with, and I guess we were just gonna ride it out, or we did ride it out to see, what would happen. And one of the girls got bitten by the zombie. She ended up pretty much, what is that word? Turning into one of those things, and we had to kill her. And then the other girl turned into the zombie, and then I had to kill her. And I, stole some medicine and took it, and it kind of stopped me from changing into one of those zombies. But yeah, so I was with two girls, and we were trying to, run away and find a better place to live, and I don't know, a family or something. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much how I got bitten. But the thing that the zombie was chasing us, cause they go through different stages. Cause once the like virus like really really hits you, they start coming like full speed, like running after you full speed and stuff. So it's like, yeah, they got different stages. Like the first stage is like you turn into like a zombie and shit. And then it's like the other stage is like when it fully hits you. It's like when you turn into one of those zombies and you just don't look like yourself no more. You look like an actual fucking animal. Yeah, that's the last stage of the fucking virus. Like, yeah. The one that bit us wasn't the one that looked like an animal. It was like it just looked like a zombie. So I'm like, oh, okay. So like, yeah. So I got bitten, but not as hard as the two girls I was with. They got bitten pretty hard. It kind of like the bite marks. If you look at my arm, it kind of like grazed it. I'm like, oh, okay. So like, yeah, like it bit me, but not all the way. I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like, yeah. So I just wanna, I just wanna say that I am happy here. I mean, I'm glad I don't got to keep running for my damn life, but like I said, David, there is more people that I think we might have to build a little community. I mean, like, start a little world of our own. I mean, we're already married and have kids. Well, I haven't birthed them yet, but I don't even know if they're twins, but you get what I'm saying. Like, we're married, we have a family. I'm like, yeah, true. It's like, yeah, so I'm just saying, like, I feel like we can build our own community. I mean, I know that guy Mike is not with it. He's probably going to be against it. And so Mike comes outside. He's like, David, I've been thinking. I've been thinking a lot about what you've been saying. About letting other people in here that don't got it. Maybe we should. Maybe we should start out a little community. I mean, like, why not? I'm like, wait, what? So he's like, yeah, I mean, like, you said it yourself. I mean, we should help people, right? I'm like, yeah, but where's all this shit coming from? I mean, you ain't never want to just help people. You always gave me a hard way to go. He's like, yeah, man. I said I've been fucking thinking about it. Didn't I just tell you that shit? I literally just said that as I was coming out here that I've been thinking about it. I'm like, All right, yeah, you did say that. He's like, and I mean, I think, I think that, yeah, maybe we should start a little community. I mean, we already got apartments here. I mean, we ain't nobody in there. They empty. We can rent them out, have them working. You know what I'm saying? They can work for us. You'll be a boss. I do my lab shit. You can run all this shit with your wife, your little 14-year-old wife, because she's 14 too. But you kind of get what I'm saying, right? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess I get what you're saying. He's like, look, why don't you look a little bit more damn happy? I mean, like, you got what you wanted? I mean, yeah, I know I was riding your ass about not letting people through this gate. Like, I was riding you. I'm not gonna lie. I was on your case about it. And I am, in some ways, still on your damn case about it. But, David, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm like, you know? He's like, I just literally said I'm not gonna fucking stop you from letting people in the gate, but just don't let the wrong people in. Like, David, you gotta use this shit right here. This device right here will let you know if they got this shit. If it turns red, then they have it. Then they've been bitten. You don't let them through this gate. You kill them instantly. You shoot the shit out of them. You don't think twice. Okay? And it don't matter what the fuck they say. If that shit turns red and they telling you that they don't have it, I don't care. They're lying to you. The machine doesn't lie. Shoot their ass anyway. If it turns green, then they good. That means that they safe and you can let them in. I'm like, okay, but I think I would fucking know that if you already said the bad color, which is red. So I'm assuming that any other color that comes after that would be the safe color. So he's like, yeah, but you really don't gotta be a damn smartass about it. So I'm like, okay, look, I ain't being a smartass about it. I'm just saying, like, I get it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's only two damn colors. So he's like, yeah, it is. So it's red and green. I'm like, yeah. So if you told me what the bad color was, and the bad color, he's like, yeah, but what if the bad color was red? He's like, what if the bad color was green? So I'm like, what do you mean? So he's like, what if I said that the bad color was green and the good color was red? So I'm like, but you didn't say that shit. You said that there. He's like, but what if I did? So Eddie, like, y'all really arguing about colors? Like, it doesn't matter. You already told us what colors it is. He's like, first of all, I didn't tell you shit. I told David. So she's like, there's that attitude I've been looking for. So he's like, anyway, David, look, you got what you want and take this fucking shit. And I told you, you use this shit at all times. Battery is fully charged. You use this before you let them through this gate. I don't care if it's 6 of them in front of your face or 7. If it's 7 or 10, you gotta check all 10 of them before they come in. If one of them, if they contaminate it, you shoot their ass. It is what it is. They gotta get killed right there on the spot. I'm like, all right, what the hell you gonna be doing? He's like, I told you, doing my lab shit. People gonna need to be taken care of. Get medicine and shit. I'm like, all right, look. All right, I'll do it. No problem. He's like, look, and don't forget this how you. I'm like, look, I know how to fucking work it. So he's like, look, you haven't used one of these, so stop acting like you already used one of these before. So I'm like, all right, okay, I never used one of these before. He's like, exactly. Ah, god damn. I mean, like, y'all, like, really? I'm like, I said I get it. So he's like, all right, anyway, I'm gonna go back in there with my girl. I'm like, your girl? He's like, yeah, my girlfriend. Look, man, I can see why you like having a girlfriend. I mean, I was married and stuff too, but for a while I was by myself. I forgot that feeling, of being in love and stuff like that. I'm like, wait, what? Mike, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean you're in love? He's like, yeah, I'm in love, like my girl. Like, I'm like, what? You're not even sounding like yourself, Mike. He's like, look, man, I'm going inside. Y'all stay on out here. Finish looking around and shit. Alert, stay on alert. So I'm like, Allie, that don't sound like him. He was like, yeah, it's the girl. I mean, not saying that I brainwashed you, because I didn't, but I'm just saying, like, a girl can do that to you. I mean, a pretty girl too. She's a very attractive woman. So, I mean, like, what if he does end up knocking her up or getting her pregnant? You know, she's definitely gonna fully stay here. She's like connected to him in some way. I'm like, I mean, I think, yeah, you got a point there. He's like, I mean, you understand, like, you get it? I'm like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. She was like, yeah, so it's like, yeah, she's talking his head off and she's getting in his head. And I mean, if they're not already having sex, which I'm pretty sure they probably had last night, I mean, like, yeah, sex, especially if it's good sex, it's gonna make you a different person. So that's probably why Mike, it's not acting like Mike. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really happy about that. It's like, well, I can tell you're not happy about it, but you know, David, I mean, he didn't say anything to you when we fell in love, and we are in love, and we're married and stuff. But you gotta understand that if we are gonna let other people through this gate, it's gonna be pretty, pretty other. Well, it's gonna be other girls that's gonna be like my age, and I just don't want you to be attracted to them and stuff like that. And you know, I don't want you to. You're married, David. That's all I'm gonna say. You have a wife, so that's it. I'm like, oh, okay, so yeah, so and I'm pregnant, so that seals the deal. We're already a family. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Like, and I have your last name, so I'm like, yeah, I pretty much. Guys, like, do you want to have sex? Not out here, like in the room. I'm like, yeah, yeah, let's have sex. So we go upstairs in the room and have sex and make love and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to stop this episode here, but I want to say, you know, as more of these episodes, you know, emerge, things are going to get deeper and deeper. It is, you know, kind of coming from like the perspective of the HBO series, but in a different way, though, in a different spin-off way, you know, like not exactly like the video game, because I'm telling y'all, I have never played that fucking game before. So I never played The Last of Us. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I played that video game. Like, I never played that. Don't even know how the fucking shit go. Like, I really honestly don't. So I don't even remember when that shit came out. Like, I literally do not remember when The Last of Us came out. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember. I don't. I do remember me playing like other games from back in the day, playing other games and stuff like that. Um, I mean, yeah, but no, I never played that game before. So it's like, you know, I don't know how that game goes. You know what I'm saying? Can't I'll be real with you. But I'm gonna holler at y'all later, and I hope that y'all enjoy this episode and everything.